Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Transport Evolved. It's Thursday. Yay! Tyre sizes. PH. Love it. That's so strange, Mark. I'm not saying anything else, but I remember when things were fat. Names. I think that gimmicky names for cars are kind of cute the first couple of times they're used, but then they kind of lose their sheen as they get older. Would it be less gimmicky if we used names that were less well known but still connected to electronics, so kind of gave us a geeky buzz when we found them or used them? What about naming electric cars after the guys who invented the transistor? There were 3 of them. What about the person who first invented the lithium-ion battery pack? The Model E was trademarked by Tesla. That's the whole point. It did have rights to use that name, so I don't know why it's given those rights up, unless, as you say, it was some kind of international problem. You're right, Tesla doesn't really have a precedent yet set for naming of cars, but it does now have the S and has promised the X, so it's kind of pushing down that line of single letter names. And I don't know what Tesla's going to call the next gen car. I just hope it's a good one. I agree with you, naming cars after people, whether they're male or female, because Vauxhall here in the UK has the Adam, it's just silly. And automakers go through these trends of naming cars after certain things. You know, for a while, Volkswagen named its cars after winds of the world, and then it did tribes of the world. I don't know why we just can't come up with new names for cars. I mean, it's not like we're going to be driving down the road in the Nissan blob blob blob. I mean, we'll come out with better names than that, won't we? But we can still make words up. Mr. Nick Clegg. I think he just doesn't want an EV. He did the typical politician thing of, you people, you can do that, but me, I'm special. No, I'm not going to do that. That's how it's come across. I'm not sure if that's how it's meant to have come across, but that's how it's come across. And I think you're right. The G-Wiz probably did influence the Clegg's family opinion that electric cars are not for them. But it's probably also about misinformation. I'm betting that no one sat Nick Clegg down and given him a really good talking to about the different types of electric cars on the market, how they work, etc, etc. And we've offered our assistances to the Deputy Prime Minister, so maybe we'll get a call. I don't buy the notion that he doesn't know what cars are electric or that large full-size electric cars exist. But he's a very busy guy, and I'm guessing he's being fed a lot of spin. But what would be a good car for him? I think the Outlander plug-in hybrid. I haven't driven it yet. That's obviously the caveat to this. But it's an SUV, so lots of room. It's got a plug-in hybrid drivetrain, so it's got an all-electric range of about 30 miles, and then it's got a petrol engine, 2-litre petrol engine for motorway travel. Unlike other plug-in hybrids on the market, it comes with CHAdeMO, which means that you can, you know, tootle around London all week. He should be using public transport, but if he has to use a private vehicle, he could tootle around London all week in a plug-in Outlander, and it won't, you know, emit anything. And then for longer distances, he can use quick charge stations. If he wants to, it can be 100% electric. And it's closest in size to the Ford Galaxy, which, by the way, I suppose was named because of its size. Second to that, though, I'd really like to see him driving around in a Leaf, and I don't buy the notion that a Leaf is not big enough for 3 kids and 2 adults. I've got friends with 3 kids, and they've got 3 car seats in the back of their Leaf, and they're doing just fine, just absolutely fine. And I've got 2 kids and 2 dogs, and I can get 2 kids, 2 dogs, 2 adults, and a whole load of luggage in the back of the Leaf, and we've done long distance trips like that, so don't buy that. But what do I want to talk to you today about, Mark? I want to talk to you about Tesla updates. And Elon Musk hints that there are some exciting updates on the way to the Tesla Model S. Now, the Tesla Model S, as we all know, is the first car of its type that can be updated remotely over the internet to give it new features. So Tesla sends new features to the car to add extra functionality or to do things that it maybe didn't and couldn't do when it first left the factory. No other automaker does that. And my question to you is, Elon Musk talked about exciting updates coming, but what do you think he means by that? What features are missing on the Model S that need to be added, or that are going to be added just because that's a really cool feature? And what features would you like to be added? I'd love to hear what you think. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye, Mark. Bye, Transport Evolved.